or two of their program fee. And then we discovered that the people who came in without a scholarship, really their financial management skills improved when they had to, get a job as soon as they could, and we helped them find employment, and then have to pay back what they owed for the first 2 weeks. We were kind of like a friendly bank or a loan program. And so when we realized how important that process was for the men, that's the way that we handle things now. We don't get scholarships for anyone to come into the program. Your other question was about the sobriety of the individuals coming in, and each man does have to be able to pass a urinalysis. If someone has been using and wants to come into the program and we have room, we will have him go to a detox facility, and once he can test clean, then that gives him some room, some space between having used and coming into our program, which is a really important aspect of keeping everybody in our homes safe, because if someone comes in who is using, that can put everybody else at risk of falling back into use again. It's very, very, very difficult to get clean. And, it's a daily struggle for most people.
Now, has there been a time where someone relapsed while living at the one of your residential homes, and what was the result of that?
Yes, people have relapsed, and we did. I haven't done it recently, but we put together the kind of the rate of the number of people who had relapsed in the program, and it was much higher than I ever anticipated it would be. And I went to our house manager, and I was really upset about the fact that we seemed to be having such a low rate of success, was the way I looked at it. And he said, "Are you kidding me?" He said, "It's a miracle that anyone does not use." He said, in recovery, we talk about the miracle, and that's what it is being able to not use. So when someone uses, if someone uses in our program, we get them to detox, where they, clean out their system, and then, pardon me, we will welcome them back into our program.
Okay, so they are given a second chance, a third chance. How many chances do the men get?
I think so far we've given it to 3.
Okay. Do you have a cutoff?
Well, we haven't had to come to that.
Oh, that's good.
Yet, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now,
doesn't mean everyone's been successful.
Right. You mentioned a house manager. Do you live with the men at the house and kind of manage things, or how does that work?
We have, 3 tiers. We have house leaders who live in the home, and they're responsible for certain aspects of the program. Their sort of supervisor is our house manager, who does not live in either of the homes, and he has certain responsibilities, and then I'm everybody's supervisor, and I have certain responsibilities when it comes to the residential program as well. We have a house meeting once a week on Monday nights at 5 o'clock, and that's a time when we all get together and can discuss any problems we might be having in the homes, or just kind of reiterate, anyone's needs or whatever. And it really does function as a family meeting, so everyone has access to anyone they need to speak with. But we do have certain jobs that each person does as well.
I see. But do you live there?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Although
I was
somebody might think I do. I'm over at the houses so often.
right.
But no, I have my own home.
Now, in terms of jobs, you mentioned that. What kind of jobs do you help the men get so they can, you know, contribute?
Well, interestingly, the jobs that we try to find for people are companies that have a strong recovery focus. So the individuals who own the company may not be in recovery, but they understand the issues enough that they will hire individuals out of the recovery community. And that is just the most wonderful thing. I encourage every employer who is listening to consider that. It means so much for someone to have a job. And so outside of that, then we have quite a number of other, connections in the community. Unfortunately, most of the jobs that are open to individuals who have been incarcerated or have a criminal history are they're mostly like vocational skills and construction and the trades. Unfortunately, there aren't too many professions that are open for individuals with criminal histories.
Mm. So, what would you say? Where are the jobs that the men in Project 180 have? What areas presently?
I'm so sorry. Could you repeat that?
Sure. What jobs did the men in the program have right now? What areas of employment?
The men in the residential program?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we have between those who are currently in and those who have graduated, we have an electrician, a plumber, commercial plumber, an AC tech. Our house manager is a collision and auto body repair technician. We have individuals who install windows and doors. We have, let's see, I'm trying to think of everybody right now. We have individuals who are doing landscaping. Someone was working at a Jiffy Lube. He just went into a different line of work. We have a painter. We have salesmen. Yeah, that gives you kind of a good idea.
That is a huge range. That's absolutely fantastic. We're really getting a little bit short on time, and I would love it if you would come back to tell us more. And one of the things I'd like you to tell us about, if you would, is some success stories. Are you able to do that? Yeah. You don't have to mention any names, but just tell us about that, and maybe look back at what you have accomplished so far, and then maybe we'll also look ahead. And I wanted you to talk about your lecture series, Strong Voices, and some of the speakers. So we have some things to talk about. And you also mentioned First Week Out, and I don't know much about that, so maybe you could tell us more. So if you would come back and talk to us some more, that would really be nice. I would like that.
I would be honored. I'm
okay.
so excited that there's a program like yours. Thank you for starting it. I hope you educate lots and lots of people.
Yeah, I think it's very important. And our guest following you in the coming weeks is going to talk about reentry as well, but he comes at it, in a very different way. He covers all 48 states and is talking about the needs of people. But this is interesting because he focuses on people who are wrongfully incarcerated and coming out. Now, are any of your men, and you just have men, any of your men in that under that umbrella?
Nope, everybody's guilty.
Everybody's guilty.
And they'll be the first to
Oh,
tell you.
right. Well, so
And
that
it's all related to, again, they're all drug related crimes. So when
oh,
we
isn't that interesting?
solve the addiction issue, when we cure that disease, then the crime rate will plummet.
And that's a topic probably that would go on forever, right? How do we cure addiction? How do we approach it? It's a very very tough topic, I think. Um,
Yeah, there are
but
a lot of great minds working on that issue.
right, and I like the fact that you've told me the men go to AA meetings on a regular basis. So, the goal is to keep their sobriety and stay clean and sober and stay in your program. You were going to
Yes,
say something.
AA or NA. They'll go
Oh,
to AA or
NA.
NA.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Narcotics
Yeah.
Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous. We've kind of set the stage for the next segment for you to come and talk to us again. And thank you, Barbara Richards of Project 180, for helping us shed light on the issue of reentry. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much, Harriet.
You're welcome.